The football world is on the brink of tectonic shifts. Is Pep Guardiola really leaving Manchester City? And who is already preparing to take his place? Liverpool is ready to spend another €95 million on a replacement for Salah, while Barcelona has found the new Yamal right in England. All of this and more in today's episode. The football world stands on the threshold of global coaching changes. According to the reputable publication The Athletic, confidence is growing at Manchester City that this season will be the last for Pep Guardiola at the Etihad. Although the Spaniard himself publicly declares his happiness at the club and his desire to stay, he added an intriguing phrase: "We'll see at the end of the season." The City management is already preparing a Plan B. The leading candidate for the role of successor is considered to be Enzo Maresca, who currently leads Chelsea. Maresca previously worked as Guardiola's assistant, and the club believes he can maintain the team's playing identity after Pep's departure. Meanwhile, another legendary coach, Zinedine Zidane, has finally decided on his future. According to Fabrizio Romano, Zizou plans to take over the French national team. However, fans will have to wait. Zidane is ready to take charge of Les Bleus only after the 2026 World Cup. Pep Guardiola's departure from Manchester City would be the biggest shock for the Premier League since the retirement of Alex Ferguson. The option with Enzo Maresca looks like an attempt to find a new Mikel Arteta. But replacing a figure of Pep's magnitude is practically impossible. It is a huge risk for the citizens. As for Zidane, his patience is impressive. He has been turning down the world's top clubs for several years for one specific goal. This shows that Zizou is interested not just in a job, but in creating a true national project. If these two rotations happen, then 2026 will be the beginning of a completely new era in world football. Meanwhile, while great coaches plan the future, Manchester United is already moving to decisive actions to strengthen before the likely changes in the ranks of their competitors. According to The Telegraph, the main target for the Red Devils to bolster their attack is the 25-year-old Bournemouth and Ghana forward Antoine Semenyo. The club is ready to go all out to activate the player's release clause in the amount of £60 million plus £5 million in bonuses. There is little time for reflection. This clause in the Ghanaian's contract is valid only until January 10th. United's chances look very high, as Tottenham has officially pulled out of the race, and the uncertainty over Pep Guardiola's future at Manchester City is forcing Semenyo himself to prefer Ruben Amorim's project. Parallel to the search for a forward, United is close to signing an intellectual centre for the midfield. According to The Times, Ruben Neves has finally refused to extend his contract with the Saudi club Al Hilal and seeks a return to Europe. The Portuguese, whose contract expires in 2026, considers Manchester United as a priority option. The Saudi club is ready to release its star for a completely reasonable £20 million, making this transfer one of the most profitable on the market. If Manchester United closes both deals, it will be the ideal reinforcement for the club. For only £85 million in total, Man United will get an aggressive forward ready for the Premier League and an experienced conductor in the centre of the field, who perfectly understands the requirements of the Portuguese coach. Semenyo will add power to the attack, which is currently lacking, and Neves, for £20 million, is a real gift that will finally bring order to the transition from defence to attack. This is a strategy for quick results. Instead of buying cats in a bag, United is taking proven Premier League fighters who are ready to deliver results from the very first minute. But while the Red Devils prepare a January landing, their eternal rivals from Liverpool are playing an even bigger game, preparing another high-profile transfer that should finally consolidate their status as a major player in the market. The new target for the Merseysiders for 2026 is Athletic Club winger Nico Williams. The club is ready to shell out €95 million for the Spaniard. This proposal looks completely logical after an incredible summer, during which Liverpool, under the leadership of Arne Slot, spent almost €500 million on new signings. In Nico Williams, the coaches see a player of the same high quality who is capable of fully replacing the Mohamed Salah of last season. We are witnessing the birth of a new formation of Liverpool. If previously the club was associated with very cautious and economical purchases, now the Merseysiders have turned into a real predator of the transfer market. This is a scorched earth strategy. They are buying up the best young players on the planet, not giving competitors even a chance for reinforcement. Such an aggressive approach indicates that Liverpool is building a team meant to dominate Europe for the next decade, where every position in the attack is covered by a world-class player. But here is an interesting question. Will Arne Slot be able to handle this project? And while in England they count hundreds of millions, Barcelona continues its philosophy of searching for diamonds, where others simply do not see them. While the world watches the records of Lamine Yamal, the Catalans are already preparing his successor. The club is one step away from signing the 15-year-old Norwich forward Ajay Tavares. This is a true transfer hijacking, as the boy was pursued by RB Leipzig and Borussia Dortmund clubs, known for having the best scouting networks in the world. However, Barca won this battle by offering Tavares a clear development plan, from the youth team to the first squad via the route taken by Gavi, Balde, and Yamal himself. Why is there such a buzz around him? Despite his young age, he has already made his debut for the Norwich senior team in a friendly match. And his main performance was a hat-trick in just 16 minutes in a match against the Malaga Academy. This is the ideal strategy for modern Barcelona. In the face of a financial crisis, they cannot buy ready-made stars for 100 million euros, so they are forced to vacuum the talent market before they become famous. Signing Tavares is a low risk and a potentially giant profit. Even if he does not become the new Yamal, the La Masia system will grow him into an asset that can be sold profitably. But if he breaks through, Barca will get another super forward for pennies. However, building the new Barcelona is not only about finding young stars, but also about tough decisions regarding the veterans who have held the club's defense for years. It seems Marc-Andre ter Stegen's time in Catalonia is coming to an end. According to the publication Team Talk, the 33-year-old German goalkeeper is closer and closer to moving to the English Premier League. The main contender for the German is London's Tottenham. In the Spurs camp, ter Stegen is seen as an experienced alternative to the Italian Guglielmo Vicario. However, the Londoners have another option, the young James Trafford from Manchester City. The final decision rests with the coaching staff led by Thomas Frank. Given that the German's contract runs until 2028 and his market value has dropped to 7 million euros, Barcelona is ready to consider offers as early as the next window. Selling ter Stegen now is not so much about the transfer money as it is about the final transfer of power. The club already has Joan Garcia, who is seen as the number one for the next decade, and since Wojciech Szczesny is also in the team for several seasons to provide reliable backup, Barca can afford to say goodbye to the German legend without any risk to the results. And if everything is becoming clear with the goalkeeper position, the fate of the main Catalan forward remains one of the season's biggest intrigues. Robert Lewandowski could become the next superstar in MLS, but for now, he is keeping everyone in suspense. According to Mundo Deportivo, the Polish forward was pleasantly impressed by the proposal presented to him by the club Chicago Fire. However, Robert is in no rush to make a final decision regarding his next move. Currently, the striker is awaiting a verdict from Barcelona regarding his contract, which is set to expire. Only after the club voices its position on further cooperation will Lewandowski decide on his future. Robert is currently in excellent form, and his productivity under Hansi Flick proves that he is still capable of playing at the highest level. Most likely, the trip to Chicago is a plan B. The Pole wants to stay in Europe for at least one more season to try to win a major trophy with this Barca. No, he is wisely keeping the American proposal on the table as an ideal option for a beautiful career finale if the Catalans decide not to extend the deal. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Keep watching for more football action, and have a wonderful day.